I just wanted to share something that Michael and I talked about sharing in the class, and which is, it's been interesting. A lot of people have been sharing recently. I know people have shared it in with him, because he shared that with me, and I know in with private clients and even just friends talking about, the world doesn't have much juice for me anymore. Like I don't wake up and I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to go get that job or that girl or that guy or that, I'm going to go to Disneyland. I'm going to go to Italy. It's like a lot of people recently have been sharing. It's like the world has lost that sparkle, that thing that it used to have that engaged me. I don't know. Can you guys relate to this? Yeah. And it's something that I recall J.R. and Michael talking about, and Michael more specifically, is one, and please stop me or correct me if I'm wrong, but one works through particular obligatory or core karma, where it's like, and for most, if not all of us, it's last lifetime kind of stuff, where it's like that karma comes up and it's like, sometimes we're animated by just wanting to get out of pain, or wanting to get out of illness, or wanting to get out of that, difficult situation, or working the same pattern over. I know better, but I'm not doing better. I think it was Paul in the Bible who said that. And these things I know to do, I don't do, and these things that I would not do, I do. And, I have both hands and a foot in the air on that one. And so that would be obligatory karma or core karma. Once we live and we work through and we do the gazillions of workshops and we work with the Michaels and we do SEs and we start working through that core karma. And then we can come into this kind of no man's land, emptiness, dark night of the soul. What now? Why am I getting out of bed? And it can be disconcerting. It can be all kinds of difficult. And it can feel numb, and it can be just, why am I still here? And it comes a time where instead of being pushed by lack, we're pulled by love. But, we move from karma to dharma. But in that interim where it's like, okay, we've worked through that obligatory or core karma and we're not quite into the dharma, called the service, called the, whatever one's deep service is, there can be a no man's land there. And I just speak to this because it's been coming up a lot. And if you can be patient with yourself and be in that place of unknowing, and it's not comfortable because you're hanging out going, I don't know what impels me here, but hang out in that divine unknowing that he's been talking about so much. You will start to be pulled by love. That deep service will come forward. But it's not being pulled by love is not as obvious as being pushed by lack. It's subtle. And of course, this being the land that it is, we will be tested. And the thing is when we're being offered something really high and beautiful in spirit, we are often, if not always, offered something less to see if we'll go for it. And that's where the tests can get really tricky. You've got this up-leveling where this level of service is available to you, but it is subtle and it is misty, right? And so then this bright, sparkling, shiny, almost there, really compelling, beautiful, gorgeous, well, this must be my thing, comes, right? Now, this is not a terrible thing if we go for this. It's still, it's still up there, but it's not this. And some part of us knows that. So it's just to stay with that inner discerning called like, Lord, I will not put anything before you. I've lived all these lifetimes for me. This one I'll live for you. Where we then can make the choice to go, you're beautiful, you're shiny, pass. So that we choose into that deep dive, that deeper, higher service, that Dharma. So I just offer that by way of encouragement. If you've been experiencing anything like that, to me, the Savior is hanging out in that divine unknowing, in that space that's created by having completed that core karma. Just hanging that out in that space until the Lord compels you to move, to serve, to give. And you will know.